YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite aviation channel, and today we're doing the 13th airport update for Illinois Gateway International Airport. This is the first video of summer 2022. I finished my last final on Friday, and that marks the end of my first year at college. To be honest, it went by really fast. Second semester always goes by faster than the first. That's always been a thing, I guess. But yeah, first year in college done, 3 more to go. It was a pretty awesome year, had its highs, had its lows, but it was very memorable. And I mean, obviously the next 3 years are going to be much harder. They're going to keep getting harder, but that's just the way it goes. So yeah, summer break already, it's crazy. Gonna do my best to get as many videos out as I can. I will be doing summer classes though, starting from June 6th and going through the end of July, so that'll keep me busy, but then again, I'll see what I can do with it. So yeah, this video I'm doing because the first video that I did before the school year started back in August was an Illinois Gateway update, so I thought it'd be pretty cool if I did one to end off the school year as well. So we had, you know, Illinois Gateway update to start off the school year back in August, and then here we are in May, another Illinois Gateway update marking the end of the school year. So yeah, that's enough for me rambling about random stuff. We have a video to get through, so this update's going to be pretty normal. There's some aircraft in here that I don't think I've ever shown before, both on the channel and in a Illinois Gateway update. So yeah, let's go ahead and begin with the runway. We'll start off right here with this UPS 757-200. This is beginning, well, it's well into its takeoff roll down runway 34. It's departing out for Philadelphia. And just behind it is the competition, the FedEx 757-200. This is going to be making a flight to Memphis. Here we have the Allegiant A320 and the new, not the new livery, the old livery. And this is going to be making a flight out to Orlando Sanford, Florida. Is going to be pretty busy this summer. Summer travel is actually, I've heard that this is going to be pretty insane summer for travel, especially domestically. Not just domestically, but international travel is going to be pretty big this year also, this summer. But Florida is definitely a market that's going to be booming, especially June, July, August. Yeah, it's going to be insane. So behind that, Prime Air 737-800. Operated by Southern Air, and this is going to be making a flight to Baltimore. And then behind that is the American Eagle CRJ-700, not the new one that Gemini just released. This is the 2015 release. I don't plan on getting the newest one that they released last month. Maybe I will, but it's not really a priority. But this aircraft is making a flight out to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. All right, we're going to start off with the the American and United concourse. Right now it's completely United. I mentioned this in like the first update, I think, of this new setup. My airport, I kind of designed it so that it works in like banks. So United has their departure, arrival, rush bank, and then American has their own where they take up the entire terminal. And then there's sometimes where it's a mix of United and American at the terminal. You've probably seen that in previous videos, but yeah, we'll start off on the far side here with this United Express Embraer 170, and this aircraft just came in from Newark, and I'll be headed out later to Louisville. United 737-700 in the new livery. This just came in from Houston and making a flight to the Caribbean. It's going to go to St. Martin. We got the 737-800. This aircraft is just awaiting pushback. He'll be departing for San Juan, Puerto Rico, and it came in earlier from Los Angeles. And then here's the 737-900ER new livery. This aircraft came from Las Vegas, and we'll be departing out to, I'm gonna do another Caribbean destination, Aruba for that one. And there we go. All 3 737s in the United fleet with the new livery. I really wanted to do this. This is pretty cool. You have the 739 in the foreground, the 800 in the middle, and the 700 all the way at the back. So pretty cool. And ending the new livery, well, actually that's an old livery back there, but here's an old livery, Airbus A319. And this aircraft just came from Washington Dulles, and we'll be making a flight continuing the Caribbean streak. This is going to go to Nassau, Bahamas. And then last but not least, here is the United 777-200ER. This aircraft came from Houston and is going to be making a flight out to London Heathrow. This video is coming out on Monday. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, I am doing a day trip, hopefully, if everything goes to plan. I'm going to be visiting Chicago, Houston, and Dallas. Chicago is not anything special. I practically live at O'Hare, to be honest with you, but stopping in Chicago first, then inshallah I'm going to Houston, and then to Dallas, then back to Champaign. So my first day trip since the summer of 2021. It's been a while, so I'm excited to do this. I'll be flying American first, ERJ-145 from Champaign to Chicago, and then I have like 3 hours in Chicago. I'll get on the United 777 following that from Chicago to Houston, and then Houston I have like a literally 1 hour layover. Sadly, I've never been to Houston before, the actual city and both the airports, Houston Hobby and Houston George Bush. So I would love to visit the actual city at some point, but then again, I've never been to Houston, period. So I'm excited to be visiting a new city and airport for me. So 1 hour layover in Houston, then I'm going to connect onto a 319 to Dallas, and then I'll have another hour and a half in Dallas before coming back to Champaign on the American 145. So as of now, I'm on both old livery planes for United, old livery 319 and old livery 777. This 777 is one of the Pratt & Whitney powered ones, the Legacy Uniteds. These are all grounded still because of the engine issues at the, well, not the whole fleet didn't face them, but after the recent engine failure incidents involving a few of these planes, 2021, 2018, and a few times, they grounded the entire United Pratt & Whitney 777 fleet. So they're still grounded. They're supposed to be coming back into service this year later. There have been some delays. They just announced another delay of their return to service, but hopefully they return to service soon because United really needs them back. They're missing out on a lot of capacity. So I'll be flying one of the Continental 777s, the GE90 powered ones that used to fly with Continental. They've been heavily using those to fill in for routes that the Pratt & Whitney 777s used to do, like Chicago to, Chicago Honolulu I think is a 787 now, but routes, for example, like Denver to Honolulu, for example, would be a Pratt & Whitney, one of the domestic 777s with Pratt & Whitney engines, but because they're grounded, they had to use the Continental ones that are mainly used for long-haul flights, international flights. So yes, that trip is going to take place tomorrow, inshallah, if everything goes to plan. And then videos will start to roll out, and I'm excited to finally get some new content going, because the content, as you can tell, has been kind of dry with all the airport updates and stuff. This is also my first video in 2 weeks, and that's because of finals and all that stuff, but you guys understand. Okay, moving on to the Rainbow Concourse, we have the American Eagle ERJ-145, and this aircraft This aircraft came in from Scranton, Pennsylvania, and it'll be making a new service out to Des Moines, Iowa, whatever. Here's the American Astrojet 737-800, came in from San Diego, and it'll continue to New York LaGuardia. American Airbus A321, this came in from Los Angeles, gonna go to Dallas. Here's a Delta 737-900ER, came in from Atlanta, and it will continue onwards to Seattle. And then over here is a 757-200 for Delta, came in from Salt Lake City, and will go onwards to Atlanta. And then pushing back, here's a CRJ-200 for Delta, going off to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Next to that's a Frontier A321, which just came in from Denver. Yeah, Denver. And of course, we'll go back to Denver. And next to that is the Spirit Airbus A321, just landed from Fort Lauderdale, and will make a new service out to Dallas in about 90 minutes. Next to that, we have the Southwest 737-700 in the Canyon Blue livery. I'm so sorry, I can't talk today, I'm so tired. This aircraft is going to go to Baltimore, and it came in from Houston Hobby, why not? JetBlue A320, Blueberry's tail. Unfortunately, this tail is actually on its way out. It's hard to believe, but they're actually going to be repainting the Blueberry's tail aircraft with some new, I don't know what the new tail is called, but I think this particular plane has already been repainted. It's 834. I think it doesn't have the blueberries tail anymore. I don't know what the new design is, but I have heard that the blueberries design is getting phased out in favor of something else. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. Oh, sorry. This aircraft, JetBlue A320, is going to go to New York JFK, and it came in from there. Next is the American 737-800. Came in from Miami, and is going to go off to Cancun, Mexico. And then here we have the United CRJ200. There's a nice view of it. Came in from Charlottesville, Virginia, and is going to head off to South Bend, Indiana. That's like a 30-minute flight. Okay, now onto the international terminal to finish things off. Sun Country 737-800 at this gate, and it came in from Minneapolis, gonna go back out to Minneapolis. I guess just because of gate limitations at the middle concourse here, I just moved Sun Country to the international terminal. That's actually how they do it at O'Hare. They don't fly out of the main, Terminal 3, 2, or 1. They actually fly out of Terminal 5, which is mainly international, but Sun Country, Southwest, and Frontier fly out of the Terminal 5 because of gate limitations at the other terminals. And even Terminal 5 has a lot of gate limitations. It's so cramped. I shouldn't say cramped, it's just very, I guess you could say cramped and congested. It's, it's not fun with all the new airlines, and I don't want to say it's like too small for capacity. It's a huge terminal, but there's just so many airlines that operate from Terminal 5. It gets really crowded sometimes, especially right now with all the renovations going on. It's a nightmare. All right, moving on, we have the Cathay Pacific 777-300ER. This aircraft is in between flights to and from Hong Kong. Really hope Cathay Pacific can make it out of all their situations. Hong Kong right now, unfortunately, is going through they have very, very strict quarantine protocols for anybody going in there. So tourism to Hong Kong is non-existent. Basically, Cathay Pacific still has a bunch of its fleet grounded. They do fly to Chicago still, and a bunch of US cities, just very, very limited frequencies, maybe a few times a week to Chicago. So I really hope they can pull it out, because it's an amazing airline. I love Cathay Pacific. I've not flown them specifically. I've been on their regional subsidiary, Cathay Dragon, when they existed. They went out of business 2020 because of the pandemic. So hopefully Cathay Pacific can make it out, because they're an amazing airline. I love them. So first time showing this one in the airport update, I think. So it's cool to see that one. Next up is the EVA Air 777-300ER, in between flights from and to Taipei. EVA Air is doing significantly better than Cathay Pacific. They still maintain really regular service to the US and pretty much all their long-haul destinations, which is good. And this is also the first time I'm showing this in an airport update as well, which is cool. Or one of the first times, I should say. All right, and last but not least, another first. Turkish Airlines Boeing 787-9. I think the lighting is better here. This aircraft is getting heavily serviced in between flights from and to Istanbul. And yeah, there we go. So as you can see, the aircraft are kind of off with regards to where they're parked. As you can see, this one doesn't even have, well, I mean, it has a stand, but it's way too big for the stand. This one doesn't really, well, this one also does, doesn't it? Yeah, it has one. This one doesn't. So I'm just experimenting with different, parking orientations for these aircraft, because I would like to display more wide bodies at the international terminal, because as you can see, the max I can do right now is 3 with this kind of orientation. So I am planning, if I can find like a decal set of like ramp markings. I know Gemini's made a few of those in the past. I want to put a few down, I want to make a few extra gate spaces. Not necessarily gate spaces, but stands, parking stands, so I can kind of maximize the amount of wide bodies and planes in general I can put at this terminal, So this gate, for example, is mainly, in previous updates, it's been for regional jets, but I kind of squeezed in a 737 here, so yeah. And then same here, like this gate has always been narrow body in previous updates, but today I decided to spice things up and just throw a 777 on there. and that gate's pretty much unusable now because there's a 777 here. So I'm just gonna experiment with different things. I might even just put another, you know, stand here going this way so I can park a 320 like this and then just extend the gate or something. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that. Like I said, I want to make it as cool as I can, and I did mention in the previous update that I was thinking of phasing this airport out. I still am, to be honest. I am hoping to focus more on like real airport dioramas, not these fictional ones, but there's still time. I plan on doing a few more updates before I start actually considering phasing this airport out. But that concludes this update for Illinois Gateway. Hope you enjoyed it. I do have a Lahore update coming out soon because I am also a little overdue for a Lahore update. It's been about a month. So that should be coming. I have the airplanes set up for that airport, and I'm planning maybe next week or later this week I'll get a Lahore video out. As far as content goes this summer, like I said, I have a day trip tomorrow, inshallah, so I'll try to do a trip report every week from that for the next month or so, and then aviation news videos, got some stuff planned, and other trips for the rest of the summer I don't really know yet. Me and my family are considering doing something. We'll see what happens, and I'll do my best. Plane spotting, you know, Rockford Airport, more stuff coming from there hopefully. Check out the previous Rockford plane spotting video. That one was epic. Please make sure to give it a look. My favorite plane spotting video till date. It was, well, not really till date, but it was so awesome. Just be sure to check it out if you have time. But yeah, thank you a lot for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll leave you guys now. Thanks and goodbye.